Having said that, I recognize that on a going forward basis, we do need to work together. No doubt, in order to do its job most effectively, the agency needs to hear industry's views on difficult challenges and issues surrounding the law's interpretation. But we need those views to be supported by objective and technically competent data, not simply by unsubstantiated speculation about doomsday scenarios. Merely complaining to us about the confused provisions and the unrealistic deadlines in law will not change those provisions or those deadlines. Hard data, statistics, can help us and the Congress better understand the effects of the law on your industry. And if you can provide that data, we will listen to you. But going beyond the day-to-day challenges of understanding and complying with this new law, there are several important initiatives energized by the law itself, which the industry is undertaking to advance toy safety, and I'd like to just call out a couple of them. The first deals with efforts to harmonize toy safety regulations. For some time now, I've had conversation with industry leaders about the need to harmonize, or at least deconflict, if you will, the existing technical regulations in various jurisdictions around the world. Also, as you all should know, the CPSIA requires us to look at the adequacy of our toy regulations. So this would seem to be, to me, an ideal time to bring these two efforts together. Harmonization requires strong support across a global industry. And it also means gaining the support of product safety government agencies worldwide. The International Council of Toy Industries is spearheading this effort. But now is the time for increased activity. The industry has to get solidly on board this initiative if it is going to persuade government agencies that revising and harmonizing technical requirements and regulations make sense. With the increased movement of goods from jurisdiction to jurisdiction, the adoption of harmonized standards should reduce the incidence of damaging and alarming toy recalls both here and abroad. And so now is the time for industry to develop a way forward, and I stand ready to assist with any reasonable proposal. You have a window of opportunity here. That window is offered by the CPSIA, and initial interest has been expressed by me and other safety regulators, so I urge you to take advantage of this. The second industry initiative that I want to acknowledge is the TIA Toy Safety Certification Program. This is an excellent initiative, which, when fully implemented, will presumably meet and further in very concrete ways the aspirational goals of the CPSIA. The Commission is committed to working with industry in order to develop safety assurance protocols that reflect best practices in design analysis and factory process controls. I'm hopeful that this effort will result in a viable industry compliance program. Third, I noted with a great deal of interest the electronic certification program that TIA is developing. This effort is also in response to the certification requirements of the CPSIA. Because of some inartful drafting, there was some initial confusion over whether an electronic certification system satisfied the requirements of the new law. So I hope that we have been able to answer that question with a very clear and very ambiguous, yes, it most definitely does. While some companies are further along down the path towards electronic certification than others, I'm pleased by this industry initiative, which I hope will simplify compliance and make the system work more efficiently for both the agency and for the industry. These last 6 months have been difficult and challenging for the Commission and for industry alike. But it's at times like this that we have to remind ourselves of our common goal, to protect our children from unsafe toys. A goal which we share whether you're manufacturing products, selling products, or regulating products. Like it or not, the CPSIA is now the law of the land. The industry must obey it, and the Commission will enforce it. So it does not do us any good to lament the train after it has hit us upside the head. Instead, we need to start concentrating on what to do about the headache. At the Commission, we are concentrating very hard on enforcement and on bringing a balanced approach to our discussions with industry as it deals with the law's many ramifications. We understand the complexity of the law and the aggressiveness of the timetables. But these difficulties will not prevent the Commission from speaking out clearly and without hesitation on issues that impact both consumers and businesses. I have repeatedly called upon the Congress to work with the Commission to address the lack of flexibility and resources in the CPSIA. I welcome that support from the toy industry as well. I ask you to work with us to intelligently, fairly, and effectively advance the necessary understanding of and required compliance with the law. And I encourage you to continue the toy industry's global initiatives to advance toy safety. I know that you will never forget that all of us have a great responsibility and a primary obligation to protect our children, both here and abroad. Thank you so very much.
Thank you, Chairman Nord, and good morning, everyone. My name is Joan Lawrence, and I'm Vice President